Four couples, four unsolved double murders. A scenic parkway turned into a predator's hunting ground. Along Virginia's historic Colonial Parkway, a stretch of road famed for its beauty and tranquility, a darker chapter unfolded between 1986 and 1989. This picturesque route, connecting Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown, became the backdrop for a series of baffling double murders that shattered the peace of the Commonwealth. The Colonial Parkway murders, as they came to be known, left 8 young lives extinguished, their families in perpetual torment, and law enforcement facing an enigma. Who was responsible, and why did this idyllic setting become a stage for such horror? Our investigation begins in October 1986. 27-year-old Kathleen Thomas and 21-year-old Rebecca Dowski, students at the College of William and Mary, were enjoying a quiet evening. Their car, a Honda Civic, was discovered on the York River overlook, just off the Colonial Parkway. Inside the vehicle, a horrific scene awaited investigators. Both women had been strangled. Their bodies were partially burned, an apparent attempt to destroy forensic evidence. The brutality shocked the quiet community, initiating a hunt for a killer with no clear motive. 11 months later, in September 1987, another young couple vanished. 20-year-old Daniel Lauer and 18-year-old Anna Maria Phelps were last seen near Williamsburg. Their car, Daniel's gold 1982 Chevrolet Celebrity, was found abandoned at a rest stop on Interstate 64, miles from the parkway. The car showed no signs of struggle, but Daniel and Anna Maria were gone. A massive search ensued, but for months, there was no trace. The families, clinging to fragments of hope, faced an agonizing wait, a silence punctuated only by the dread of the unknown. Then, in October 1988, over a year after their disappearance, a hunter stumbled upon skeletal remains deep in the Ragged Island Wildlife Refuge. They were identified as Daniel Lauer and Anna Maria Phelps. Both had been stabbed to death. Two couples, two sets of murders, similar circumstances. Young couples, abandoned vehicles, brutal ends. Though the locations varied, the chilling pattern began to emerge, suggesting a predator targeting vulnerable pairs in secluded areas. The terror escalated in April 1988, just before Lauer and Phelps' bodies were found. 27-year-old Cassandra Haley and 20-year-old Keith Call disappeared from the York River overlook, the same spot where Thomas and Dowski were found. Their car, Keith's white Toyota Celica, was found locked and undisturbed. Inside, their clothes and Cassandra's purse were present. There was no sign of struggle, no blood, no note. They had simply vanished, leaving behind a ghost of an investigation. This case was particularly perplexing. Unlike the previous victims, Cassandra and Keith's bodies were never found. It raised agonizing questions. Were they abducted? Were they still alive somewhere? Or had their remains simply eluded discovery? The lack of bodies complicated the investigation immensely, leaving forensic avenues unexplored. Without a crime scene, without physical evidence from the victims themselves, investigators were left chasing shadows, a trail that simply ended. The final known incident struck in September 1989. 27-year-old Sandra Haley, Cassandra's sister, and 32-year-old Virginia Howell disappeared. Their car, Sandra's 1980 Mercury Capri, was found abandoned off I-64 near the Ragged Island Wildlife Refuge. This location was hauntingly familiar. It was near where Daniel Lauer and Anna Maria Phelps' bodies had been discovered. Again, no signs of struggle, no bodies, just a chilling absence. Two sisters, both vanished from Virginia's roads. FBI agents, brought in to assist, struggled to connect the cases definitively. Were all 4 incidents the work of a single serial killer, or were some coincidental, capitalizing on the fear already gripping the region? The answer remained elusive. The term Colonial Parkway Killer entered the local lexicon, a terrifying specter haunting the scenic byways. But despite the FBI's involvement and a dedicated task force, concrete leads were scarce. The lack of witnesses, the minimal forensic evidence from the 80s, all compounded the mystery. The killers seemed to vanish as quickly as their victims. Theories ranged from a thrill killer targeting couples in isolated areas to someone with intimate knowledge of the Parkway, perhaps even a law enforcement officer, using their authority to abduct. Decades later, the Colonial Parkway murders remain a haunting cold case. The families of the victims still live without closure, their loved ones swallowed by a mystery that defies conventional explanation. The beautiful Parkway still holds its secrets. Modern forensic science offers a glimmer of hope. DNA technology, unavailable in the 1980s, could potentially crack the case. But until that breakthrough arrives, the shadow of the Colonial Parkway killer continues to loom, a chilling reminder of unsolved evil. What if the key to these disappearances lies in a detail we've overlooked? Join us next